Right, guys, and of course, we're back 22 minutes after 11 o'clock. Good morning to those of you who are now tuning in. We are inside of our interview segment right here, Level 2 Team 96. And we have to welcome the man in your house, the original tongue ting, Casino Sylvester, also known as Cassi. Welcome to 96 number 11.
Morning and pleasure to be here.
Tadao, Cassi Dunks, boy.
Amen.
Yes, man.
Pleasure to be here once again.
Yeah, boy.
On the same morning to Trinidad and Tobago. And the whole of Power Gen listening right now.
That's right.
Big up the works.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, Cassi. I know during the commercial break we were talking and you were also mentioning that it real hard to come up with something every single year.
Yes, it's
so for you in
difficult.
particular, you don't stock up on your goods, you don't stock up on your songs and have them waiting, or it's just a vibe and an inspiration, and then you say, well, all right, I'll write from this?
Definitely it's something based on real life. Like I actually be observing and liming. And then sometime in September, somebody says something stupid. Somebody do something stupid. But you end up with some kind of experience that it stick in your mind.
Right.
And that is the song. You see, I always writing songs because I'm a writer, so you're always writing songs.
Yeah.
But like, something you end up with a bag of bush. You understand? Yeah. But you see that particular event or that thing that took place that's stuck in your head, most time that is end up being the song.
Man in your house, where that came from?
Man in the house, Chef and I did the man in the house. We ready something.
What if you were Horner Man or something?
No, but basically it based on life because he had a concept and I had a concept as well.
Right.
And so when I put my words in the hands and he had his concept and his thing was good too. So we combined and we ended up with a hit song.
Okay, so you know that's a common thing for TNT.
Yeah.
You know that?
You guys are to me, I want to say that, but that is part of the culture.
Well, what do you mean, of course?
It's part of the culture.
That is.
I imagine it's sad, but it's true.
No, but I'm not promoting anything. I is a good fella.
True.
Right? I is a good boy, I think.
You're a good boy.
Yeah, I'm a man of a cause.
Cassi, the people need to know how long you're doing this thing out there, you know? Success has been coming for the last 3, but you've been doing it
for a long
time. While Tadao.
Honestly, I've been doing this thing since I would say 2001, bringing out music and actually I was going to give up. I was going after Tongue Ting. When I record Tongue Ting, I listen to it. I see, I'm mad. This thing song ain't good, boy. I finally get it right. I tell myself, well, if this song didn't work, I done.
Serious?
Yeah, when I went by a certain radio station at a different frequency with my CD man, I was in my work clothes looking dirty. He said, "What am to you? I now come from work. If I don't play this, I done." He said, "We can also." I say, "If I don't play this, I done." He said, "No, come inside." So you listen to it by your computer, you're like, you what done? But you think now start, boy. And that was it. But I was going to done after that if Tongue Ting didn't work.
I know what I feel.
I'm
what
glad
to sing
you bring
after
it up
that, boy?
I'm glad you bring it up because a lot of people talk about that and how many times you have to hear the negatives and the no and this really ain't working. You don't have the look, you don't have the this, you don't have the that. In terms of art, what made you continue to say, boy, let me try it the next time?
Right, it just I was feeling something. I believe in it since I was small. So like what boys them singing this song back in school. I dream about it every day. I had this feeling that where I was supposed to be.
Right.
And when it happened, I felt righteous. I feel like I was right where I was supposed to be. But it was actually 10 years. It took me 10 years from 2001 to 2011. That was 10 years I gave up after that.
But some people give up long time.
People ain't going through that. I lost relationships over that.
Wow.
I met my girl pack she clothes and leave and think about wait, what's in the fridge now?
Yeah.
What's in the fridge? I know you give a man $7,000 to go and do a song. I gone for this madness. I gone for me.
No,
well, I'm glad you're bringing up things like that too, because in terms, a lot of people don't think about that in terms of relationship and your regular life outside of the soca fraternity.
Plenty time away from your family.
All your money going towards studio time.
Yes.
Because we're not living in an arrangement where they have recording contracts and stuff like that.
No,
Every man for itself.
Yeah, the business very
so
fragile.
how do you all do that? And especially with you mentioned the power gen work, you're balancing power gen, and how you're able to do all of that at the same time.
Well, the thing about it is, the first jump off is that you need to get a good production. So I can't really tell. It don't have a way or a method. You just have to find that money. However you get it.
Just have to find the money?
Find that money. And go in the studio and record a proper song. Whether you have to work for it, hustle, whatever you have to do, find that money. Because that's the only way we get a song good enough that radio will be.
And don't just waste your time on studio time as well, and the song there really happening.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, you get some advisors. I mean, you play, bounce it around people. If a man say you have a song for you or you write your song, you go by people who get you and say, wait, think about this song. And if they give you a positive advice, say go through with it. Take the risk. It's a risk,
Right.
Because it have no guarantee that if you record this song and the song ain't good, that you're really going to play it. I have no guarantee. But you never know. It could be the song.
That could be it.
That could be the song. I mean, if you have belly like dirt, like me, you go through, go brave.
and especially for you, Cassi, as you mentioned us, doing this thing for 10 years strong, trying to get a little hit, trying to get this, you finally get through. How do you, because, you know, we are all human beings, yes, you know the song was popular, everybody talking about Tong Ting, then Man in the House, and you're seeing it progressing.
Yes.
How do you stay grounded in terms of other people might see you and find, well, the Ting Ting, and now we floating?
Boy, grounded, as I'm saying, that's why I thank God for my job. My job make the balance between that's this what they call superstar,
right,
and normal man,
right.
Because when I go to work, I say yes sir. Morning, sir. Sorry to be late. But
I mean, there's artists people telling you yes sir.
Yeah, yeah, that's that. So it brings it back to a level ground because you have to do the job. You have to be operate just like a normal man in his job. So I think that is the balance. And right there is right being close to the ground is where this get your lyrics from, you know?
Right.
That's where it's get the beat of the street. My music
slangs and things.
Slangs and things. The beat of the street is the way people live and the things they're saying. You understand? And that is always enough with the songs.
But Cassi, I realize you have a kind of old school kind of flair with your music. You bring a kind of old school thing and you make it jiggy, as I say.
Yes.
You make the youth and them like it.
Right.
You know what I mean? How come? You sing Calypso before?
Yes, I was into Calypso. I'm a lover of Calypso.
That grungs.
Yeah, I love Calypso. Yeah. I go way back. I could tell you about old time Calypsonians and things because I was
Spoiler and them fellas and them Houdini and them kind of fellas and them.
I can tell you name is Theophilus Philip. That is how far I can tell you.
Wow. Yeah.
Also, I into Calypso, but I also into dancehall as well. If you remember, but in 2008 I had a very popular Pasa song. That was not old school. I was up to
lose control. Y'all make your body landol. It was a big one.
Pasa in a gangster hole.
And them girls them run.
When you try different things and it didn't work, you try something else.
Right.
So I realized with that, I really see nobody trying the Calypso and try and bring it back into a kind of new. I realized Soca Train was successful.
Yeah.
Right. And then I realized plenty of Scrunter songs was successful.
Try catch something nice with the
I kind of way. So I decided I would go and I go to form this style. That is a kind of old school, new school.
Right.
And it worked. Yeah. So if I cut a piece of grass and I see some lights, I go in this yoke, I can go.
Now, Cassi, competition-wise, you know, everybody tend to say, let me try my hand at this thing. We know, the prizes. Those look nice in the future and of course, all the fame and recognition. We're talking about, your competitions that you have for your carnival season.
Soca
Monarch and all these things that we have coming up. How do you feel when you're putting your all, you're having your product, you have your dancers, your performers, everything in order, and you really think that, look, I find I deserve something and it falls through. How do you really honestly feel? And what makes you go back again?
Well, of course, the incentive is the price.
Nice.
The price.
The collateral.
The price is the incentive. You know what time people say, or even myself, I believe a year I was treated unfairly, like when I didn't make the semis.
Right.
I was mad. I think the whole country know about that. Right. And I felt I was treated unfairly. I said, I'm not going back in there again. But next year when I catch this man in your house, I see me, I go in and get that money looking show, yes. I go in there. You know what I mean? I end up making the final, so that was good. It was a wise choice. I mean, the prize money is the incentive, I believe. I believe a lot of artists, they're very competitive and everybody wants to win and everybody wants to make the Soca Monarch kind of thing. So in some ways, it's a good thing because it makes people try harder. And in some ways, it's a negative because it makes artists try to fight
at us, as well as give up as well.
You know, as well as give up too. But my whole thing about it, I have a different reason for doing this. My reason wasn't really money. When I started, I tell you, I was feeling something in the beginning of the interview. I was saying, I felt this years ago. I know I supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? So yes, being compensated is great. I'm glad to be making money and things with the music, but that's something I love to do.
Right.
So that my passion was different. My motivation is
so your personal, you didn't care, you running your mouth, you say, listen, I am letting people know that I find I was treated unfairly. I gave a good product, I gave a good performance, and to hell what everybody else had to say.
Yeah, that's how it is. I mean, you have to be straight, you have to be real with yourself. I talking about, for instance, I had a song called Whistle and Horn, and everybody know about that, right? Of course,
yeah.
And
Introduce on that rhythm.
Yeah, I was in that rhythm.
Yeah. But that year, I didn't even make the semis. So I was trying to figure out the maths. When I watch the These 60 names.
Right.
After the page,
you're studying airplay, you're studying popularity.
I turn the page in the back to see if it had another name. In case they forget another name. And I see some people who didn't even had a song on the radio.
So right, yeah.
Like some old calypsonians, I want to call names to embarrass nobody, but it had people on the list that didn't.
You didn't understand it at all.
The two big songs that year was Lego and another one. So how he didn't make the semis? Alright, let me say I performed in the semis. I didn't do a good performance. I didn't make the final. You can live with that, you know?
Yeah.
You didn't do so well and you didn't make it.
Yeah.
How I didn't make the semis? And that is what make people feel to fight in the business and because of everybody chasing the prize. So the prize is a good thing, yes, when you get it, but it's also a bad thing because people focus on the direction. It's been the wrong and my focus was in the wrong place because that is not why you're really supposed to be studying. I was supposed to study, just go and work for some and make money and do the thing I love to do. So I get through of when I prize money, and that is what it's killing. I'm telling you.
2015. Tell us about your new track that you have to release.
Yes, boy. This song, another Cassi, and then another Cassi song again. You know me, normal thing. One in business. You official one. I'm in the business. Yeah, that's that. Well, this song is a real song. Again, I went to a boat ride with a brethren. Actually, two brethren of mine. And we was hanging out and the girls was more wanted to dance with me and my next friend because we was just a certain way and the less. But the real money man, the man who owned the house and the pool and the thing and everything, he was with us too, you know. But he was wearing old school, kind of Brooklyn style, kind of short pants, normal t-shirt. So I say, dance with the man to take a dance, and we cannot quiet it. Then if you know that is the monster, you know. Right? I say, because they find it too ordinary.
That's right.
Right, so sometimes you go in a party with a girl and she said, I don't like how you're looking. Why do you wear that jersey? I want to wear my ordinary jersey, boy.
Right.
When she reach the party, she go and buy the shutters and them and lime. I'm glad you go see me when you were 20, girl. What's this song? Every year in this business.
All right, that's
Bacchanal thing.
Go ahead.
Bacchanal thing. Don't feel the way. As when we go make up, you go by the beach and cool down. You don't study it, man.
I like it as a Cassi tune. It's a Cassi tune.
You know, when you know your song, you feel that intro that everybody knows about as well.
It's a Cassi tune.
Every year in this business.
That old school feeling and still jiggy. You're talking about horning and bacchanal and woman and thing. It's a Cassi tune.
Tadao.
Carnival is bacchanal.
Yep.
And you know, that Terry boy is in the back there.
Serious?
Yes, right.
Terry
and Larry say on everything.
Yes, boy, he said everything.
But normal Terry always on everything. Don't Terry don't play. Don't Terry. No, for real.
Terry make we sound like we can sing.
No, real. Well done, Cass.
Yes, boy.
Oh gosh. So what else you have in the works, Cassi?
Well, I have I did some other music before, but Madness in Town. There's another one that now said I get
sing that song for me in Grenada. We was liming. I thought that was the tune he was going and bust out the Gideon.
Well, that is the song I ended up releasing that song earlier, but the airplay wasn't really existent. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Well, as I saying, men start say things like this, but I find it's not really fair to say. Men say like, boy, they're not really Cassi, boy, they're not your style, they're not your vein. I never get chopped from them, as I don't know what they know what in my vein. But people actually tell you, they're not going to play this song because it's not something like you, I'm not in your vein. So every year in this business, I have to make mischief. If I don't sing a tune like this, they're going to say Cassi this year that you missed.
That's right.
Actually, I said these words because of the failure of the other song.
Right.
Because the other song not playing.
Right.
But because the one that, boy, we will do.
You gotta get on that.
Is what tongue want, eh?
And then we will get some money.
Yeah, is what tongue want, eh?
But tongue is the one that we get them
tongue don't want it.
But in a way, it's sad though. That is not good.
Yeah.
That is not good because why I can't sing a song, like why I think is a good song, to do something else.
They can't put you in a box. You understand?
Then if you have 4-7 tunes and all them the same way, but that is where you want.
I wish all my music could play here and all. I wish all I have a lot of music. I mean, I have Weekend, I had Fet Ram. Fet Ram is a wonderful tune. It couldn't even play here, you know that. So you had to go with the punches.
Yeah, they go with They want bacchanal. They want the one man business. So that is what we have to do.
Yep.
All right. So, Cassi, we want to thank you so much for passing through with us.
Definitely.
96 number 1. Anybody want to shout out before you jump out?
Boy, when I said I shout out people just get harassed and thing because you didn't call my name and thing. So all I want to say, first class, your body. You know what I mean? Good job. Large up Terry was on the track.
Yeah.
I mean, and everybody who support Cassi over the years, all the DJs and them. I mean, large up the whole of Power Gen because that is my employers. And everybody else that I feel to mention. Thank you very much and launch up yourself. I mean,
social media. Where they finding you on social media?
The Last Done. Cassi, The Last Done. Instagram.
The Last Done?
Follow me, man. The Last Done.
The Last Done.
Don Cassiarn.
Don Cassiarn, eh?
That's Cassiarn.
Okay.
Kiss the ring.
Oh, no. No. No.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm Tunji Montana. I don't kiss rings. I'm Tunji Montana, okay? I don't play that, okay?
Yo, Gino, get the door, Gino.
Oh my goodness. Thanks a lot, Cassi, for passing through. Level 296, number 1, guys. Don't forget, you can check out this video and all the other videos on TTRN. All you need to do is search TTRN on YouTube. You'll find everything there, all the latest music from Cassi, music from Terry, music from everybody. So make sure and check it out. Yeah.
Bless.